Hello, welcome to this week's edition of KS Speaks. Now, if you are joining us for the very first time, you might have missed out on a lot of topics that we've treated so far in this series. All you need to do is to visit at TSLNIGERIA TV on Facebook and YouTube and go through some of the series that we've treated so far. But today, we treated a topic titled The Benefits of Rebranding. Now, last week we treated a topic, Rebrand or Refresh, where we're able to create a distinction between rebranding or refreshing your brand. Now today we want to look at the benefits you stand to gain when you rebrand your business. Now you must understand that your brand is your most valuable asset. Yes, your most valuable asset. Like we said, your brand is not in your logo. Your brand is not in the brand name per se. Your brand is in the mind of your customer. Your brand is simply how your customer perceive your business, how your customer perceive your products. Now, shaping this perception is key to influencing their behaviors, and it is this behavior that will impact on the bottom line. Rebranding can include reinventing of everything as far as your business is concerned, ranging from changing the brand name, the brand logo, the tagline, the visual identity, the website, and even the marketing collateral of that product or company. Rebranding is most effective when you first start with brand research, then you move to brand positioning, after which you move to reimaging of the verbal and visual identity of your brand before you move straight to brand activation. Rebranding shouldn't be seen as you trying to incur costs or trying to increase your overhead again, because that's what a lot of us as business owners will think of when you know fully well, you're convinced, you know fully well that there's a need for you to rebrand this business. Most often the time, we try to consider the cost because, like I said, rebranding involves costs. Rebranding involves you spending some monies. Yes, you must be ready to put in some cash for you to get the result, the desired result you would need. Because you understand that, why do we rebrand? You rebrand because there's a need for you to rebrand. Now, a lot of us are business owners, we see rebranding as one of those expenses that you can do without in your business. But it shouldn't be so. Rebranding should be seen as an investment that will yield exponential return on investment over time. Because you are doing business, you're not getting the desired results you want. And you know too well, you're convinced beyond every reasonable doubt that there's a need for you to rebrand. Then why holding back? Why not commit these funds into the project and be able to get return on your investment? Because if you continue in business in that same trajectory, you discover that you get to a point, you will be going down in your business. Well, now, what are the benefits of rebranding? One, it attracts more and better customers. Come to think of it, you're in business because of customers. But the problem most business owners have is this. Initially, when you started your business, there are a lot of persons that patronized you. And over time, you see yourself, you start losing these customers. Why? Because retaining your customer is one area that many businesses are struggling with. One of the best ways to retain your customer over time is when you reinvent yourself. Yes, when I use the word reinvent yourself as a business, when you reinvent your business, your customers, they want to see something exciting, they want to see something new, they want to see something they can relate with. So as a business entity, you must be ready to reinvent your business over time. When your customer come in, they see something exciting, what they see last year is not what they're seeing this year. Those things, it builds customer loyalty. And let me tell you one thing, once you're able to get the loyalty of your customer, they stick with you no matter what. Not just sticking with you, they are ready to pay more. So what rebranding does is that it enables you to attract more and better customers. It helps you to build loyalty among the customers that you have, and it makes new customers to come in. And not just coming in, you are able to retain this customer because they know that the brand that they are with is a brand that is evolving over time. People want to grow, and people want to be associated with a particular thing that is growing. So if you're not growing, people don't want to get associated with you. So rebranding helps your customer to believe that the brand that they are with is a brand that is evolving, and if the brand is evolving, they are most likely to evolve with the brand. Number two, it commands premium prices. One of the most measurable benefits of rebranding is that it enables you to redefine the value that your customer will place on your offering, and therefore you will raise the asking price. Let me tell you this, people only pay for value. So the more value you offer your customer, or the more the perceived value you offer to your customer, the more likely they are going to pay for it. So what you do, if you are looking for a way to increase the price, you are looking for a way to trap premium prices for your product or services, you must be ready to increase value or increase the perceived value of your product or service. And once you are able to increase the value or the premium, the perceived value of a product or services, your customers will be willing to pay. Now, as a bonus to this teaching, let me give you 4 ways to price your product. 1, competitive pricing. This way, you enter the product with the same prices as your competitors, which means that if your competitors are selling their product for X price, you enter the market selling your product at X price. Now, the problem a lot of persons have with this pricing is because your competitor, they have been in the market before you, and therefore they are already known. You are just coming into the market and you are willing to sell that product or service at the same price your competitors are selling the product. You must understand that before people will entrust their monies to you, they must first trust your product. So businesses that come up with this pricing strategy, they tend to struggle at the initial stage. Why? Because people don't know them yet, they don't trust them yet. But if you are coming into an industry where you have so many dissatisfied customers, use the word dissatisfied customers, if they are not pleased with the way your competitors are doing, the way your competitors, they are offering their products, and you come into that same market and you decide to opt for competitive pricing, then it's good, because a lot of those disgruntled customers, so I'm sorry to use that word, a lot of those dissatisfied customers will now see an alternative that they will opt for. You get it? That's that for it, competitive pricing. The next is the skimming pricing. Now, for the skimming pricing, you enter the market with a higher price, test the waters, and later on you reduce the price when you see that you're not getting as much patronage. But I don't know why you would do that. It's good to do that. Maybe you don't have enough competition. You feel the products you are bringing into the market, the service you are bringing to the market is something that you don't have people that does the same thing around your environment. Here you can use the skimming pricing system, come into the market with a higher price. Later, when you test the market and discover that you're not getting as much patronage, you can bring down the price. That's for the skimming pricing. The next one is the premium pricing. For the premium pricing, you enter the market with a higher price. Why? Because you know that your product is a premium product. Yes, you enter the market with a higher price because you know that, come on, everybody sells this, everybody does this, but I am entering the market and I'm not cut out for everybody. I'm into the market, I'm in this business, I'm in the market for selected few. For that reason, you enter with a premium price, you enter with a higher price, and you stick to that. Lastly is the penetration price. For the penetration price, you enter the market with a price that is lower than what your competitors are currently offering. This one, what you're looking for is volume. You just want to get a huge market share. So you enter the market with a price that is way lower than what your competitors are offering, just for you to be able to get a huge market share. This pricing is good, but before you go for it, you must ensure that you will be able to break even. You remember, the times that we are in, they are very strange times, especially if you're in Nigeria, where we are experiencing an unpredictable naira devaluation. Another benefit of rebranding is differentiate from the competition. Like I said in our previous episode, I said it gets to a point in your business, you get into the business, you're doing business, you now see yourself, you have lost your unique selling proposition, you've lost your competitive edge, you've lost your competitive advantage because you are not doing business like your competitors are doing it. Everything about your business now looks like your competition, so you've lost that differentiation in business. So what rebranding does is that it beats you back on track. It enables you to come up with a particular thing that differentiates you from the competition. So that's what rebranding does. And once this, everybody don't want to be with who look like everybody. People want to be with someone that is unique. People want to get products that is unique. People want to get services that is unique. So if you don't have that competitive advantage, you might not be able to get a reasonable market share. So what I would advise is this: you rebrand, having it in mind that when I rebrand this business, I will be able to differentiate from the competition. A lot of us are business owners. We tend to spend a lot of monies in marketing. We do a lot of it, print a lot of marketing collaterals, employ marketers that will help us push our brand. We want sales. Yeah, because that's why you're in business. You're in business because you need to make sales. But the problem we're having, that most business owners are having, is our inability to close sales. Yes, our inability to close sales. You employ marketers, your marketers are in the field, they're having difficulty closing sales. What rebranding does is this: it gives you the ability of closing sales easily. So another benefit of rebranding is that it enables you to close sales easily. it is very boring for marketers. I know I have a lot of marketers watching this video right now. As a marketer, you know, it's very boring at times going out into the marketplace to sell an outdated brand. Yes, selling an outdated brand or an outdated product is very boring because it is difficult. People already know this about this brand in years back, so they feel that this brand is not fresh in the minds of the customer. It's boring. Another benefit of rebranding is that it helps to reduce marketing costs. Let me tell you this: marketing is very strategic. Marketing is not what you wake up in the morning and just push, do some fly, gather your marketing collateral, go into the market and push it there. That's why you see most times as business owners, it's very disheartening where after printing your flyers, yes, let me use whatever, that's what a lot of us do. We think if we print flyers and push the flyers out there, people would suddenly come and patronize you. So you print these flyers, you start sharing these flyers, give it to friends, put it everywhere. But at the end of the day, you don't get returns from these flyers. People don't get back to you. The few ones that will even call you, you don't even close sales. It's frustrating, yes, because you must understand that marketing is strategic, and therefore you must create a strategy for you to market your product. For you to be able to do that, you must take out time to understand your audience. Who are my audience? What is it that appeals to them? Where can I find them? What can I do to attract them? So if you don't have answer to this question, or if you're not ready to take out time to understand these things that I just listed, that you might just be doing a lot and not getting anything in return. So what rebranding does is that it enables you to do a market research or to do a brand research and be able to understand your customers and create a message that can resonate in the minds of your customer. Yes, create a message that can resonate in the mind of your customer. If you have been following this series, we said something about branding. That branding is about creating a story about your brand and making people to believe this story. So what rebranding does is that it creates a story for your brand, and when you create a story for your brand, you push the story out using the right medium. It gets to your clients, and your clients are able to relate with the story, and it provokes a perception in them about your brand, and this perception provokes impacts on their behavior, and this behavior impacts on your bottom line, and sales is made. And when sales is made, you are in business. So you see, it's simple. Rebranding helps you to reduce the cost of marketing. Another benefit of rebranding is that it enables you to attract top talents to your organization. A lot of persons feel that if the pay they offer in the organization is high, then it's going to attract a lot of persons, the best talent, to come and want to work with them. But the truth about it is that, especially if you are dealing with the millennials, it is not the paycheck that motivates these persons. There are a lot of things you need to put in place. One thing rebranding does is that it enables you to create a strong employer brand, and when able to create a strong employer brand, then it attracts top talent. You attract top talent to want to work your organization. Remember, we said something that why the customer in our previous episode, say why the customer is the king, the workers you have, the employee you have in your organization, they are the king makers, which means that if you are going to satisfy your customer, you need the best talents for you to be able to do that. So what rebranding does, it enables you to create a system that will attract top talent, the best talents to work for you. Now, lastly, rebranding helps you boost the value of your company. Now, how does this happen? Now, rebranding helps to reshape the customer perception as far as your business is concerned, which in turn impacts on their behavior, and their behavior impacts on the financial standing of your organization. Because the more, when your customer begin to have a positive perception about your organization, they want to patronize you, they want to do business with you. As they tend to do business with you, it will affect the financial performance of your organization. And before we end this series, let's look at an example of a brand that has successfully rebranded, Union Bank. Now, how many of us is conversant with the old Union Bank? The old Union Bank. Yeah, I'm using the word old Union Bank, yes, because that's my mother's bank. Growing up, the ever first banking item I saw in my house was that of Union Bank, the blue checkbook. Yes, the blue checkbook. They have their logo. You see the stallion that looked like he was standing still. I still remember the advert those days. Union Bank, big, strong, reliable. You see, the times have changed. You discovered it got a point as far as Union Bank was concerned. It's only the old persons like my mother, my father, these are the customers they had at the bank. But they knew that, come on, we now have a new set of persons, new set of adults, the Gen Z, the millennials. They need to create a brand. They need to create a product for this set of persons. So there was a need for a rebrand. And the first thing they changed the logo. This time, no longer the standing stallion. They now have the stallion that seems to be moving forward. Their tagline, yes, they changed their tagline. That's complete rebranding. They changed their tagline from Union Bank, big, strong, reliable, to Union Bank, simpler and smarter. Yes, Union Bank, simpler and smarter. That appealed. I have an account with Union Bank now. Yes, I have an account with them because I feel that it is a bank that is now repositioned. Yeah, I use the word reposition for the millennials, reposition for the changing times. So because this bank has evolved, their customer base has also what evolved. Now, conclusively, when you look at rebranding as an investment rather than as a cost, the benefits are clear. You stand to gain a lot when you rebrand. Instead of sticking to that brand that you know is not working, it's time for you to take that big decision. It's time for you to rebrand. Change it. It's not working. Why stick to that brand that is not working just because you feel that it's going to cost you to rebrand? Take that decision. Like I said in our last episode, if you have issues looking for a branding agency that can assist you to handle this rebrand, or you are looking for a branding agency that you can talk to guide you through this process of rebranding, feel free. Send an email to kewe.modupe@TSLNIGERIA.com. I will be glad to help you through this process. Wow, this is how far we can go on this week's episode of Kewe Speaks. Please help share this video across all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and even your WhatsApp status. You might just be helping an entrepreneur to scale their business. Don't be selfish. Don't keep this alone. You can even go back to past episodes. Help share these things. Let everybody have it. We need to get it right as far as running our business is concerned. Just share this video. Go to Facebook, go to YouTube at TSLNIGERIA TV. Get past episodes. Share it on your WhatsApp status. Help somebody get access to these videos. They are very informative so that they can be able to grow their business from the level they are now to the level they have ever desired to be. Until I come your way again next week with another topic, I am Kewe Modupe and I am a brand.